Let's talk deals. In fact, it's just Zoa energy in a fancy cup. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Adrian here for Digital Dojos, and it's everyone's favorite capitalistic holiday that is Black Friday. Right now, there's a lot of deals, a lot of sales going on, and I wanted to kind of highlight some of my favorite deals in the world of tech, as well as maybe just serve as a sort of gift guide for either you, someone that you may be buying gifts for, or maybe you want to share this with somebody to give them some ideas. Look, Black Friday used to be this thing that was like a singular day event turned into this weekend thing with Cyber Monday. Now, truthfully, it's like this month-long process starting in October, going into November. So these are some deals that I wanted to highlight. Disclaimer, none of this is sponsored. If I had a product that was provided to me via a manufacturer, I'll make sure to disclose that. Otherwise, these are all products I bought with my own money to review for this channel, or just have had some experience with, or found just generally a good deal on and wanted to share with all of you. With that, at the very least, I will include some affiliate links to some of these products in the description below, which help give me a kickback and allows you to support the channel. So let's jump right into it. So to make this easy, I've broken this up into categories so you can kind of jump to certain sections if you're looking for certain deals within, again, a specific category. Starting off with number one, the category I definitely probably spent the most in, and that is gaming. Or for the gamers out there, there's a couple of deals going on right now, and always a good opportunity to save or get that thing that you've been wanting at a more affordable price point. Starting off with next-gen consoles. For PlayStation 5 users, people who want to get the latest and greatest PlayStation 5, there's two options. You have the newest Slim model, which doesn't necessarily have discounts right now, but more bundle deals. So you can get the newest PlayStation 5 Slim with either Modern Warfare 2 or Spider-Man 2. My opinion, go for the Spider-Man 2 bundle. I went with the opposite, and I definitely regret that. If you can get the Spider-Man 2 bundle, I think that game is a better bargain because you're essentially getting the game for free. And with that, Modern Warfare, given its reviews, I imagine it's going to very quickly go on sale. So if you want the latest PlayStation 5 Slim, you can get that for $500 at all major retailers. Moving on to the opposite end for Microsoft, Best Buy has one of the best deals I've seen right now for the Xbox Series X at $400, so that's $100 off. So if you want the latest and greatest that Microsoft has to offer, definitely check that out. For the Series S, the more budget model, there's $50 off at Best Buy, so similar. You get, again, decent savings on that if you're looking to pick up one of those consoles on the Xbox side of things. Now, those are covering the modern edition of the major consoles out there. There are, again, major handhelds out there. Obviously, the Nintendo Switch, I'm sure there's some bundles on that. I refrain from mentioning those in this guide just because I think the Switch 2 is on the horizon. And for the most part, if you're considering buying a Switch right now, I would recommend waiting for the potential opportunity of that in 2024. Otherwise, if you're really looking to get that, even though it's not a next-gen console per se, then you can definitely check out some of the deals and bundles they have going on. Next up, let's talk actual games. Obviously, if you're a gamer, whether it's on a PC or a console or what have you, you're probably going to want to get some games to play. And if you're a PC gamer right now, the Steam Autumn Fest is going on right now, so definitely take advantage of that deal where you can go and check out a bunch of games that you may have been wanting to get, or maybe you just picked up a recent Steam Deck. So now may be the time to take advantage and get some of those savings on some titles. The Humble Bundle is another website I highly recommend checking out. They also have a lot of sales going on right now for various titles and games that you can go ahead and check out. And then last but not least, gift cards. If you're somebody who either is looking to get a gift for somebody or you just want to buy some games in general and you predominantly buy on one platform, you can get some deals on gift cards right now where you can get them for like 10% off, so you save a little bit. So if you already know you're going to be buying games on like the Xbox Marketplace, PlayStation Plus, or maybe even the Nintendo Switch eShop, you can go ahead and check out some of the gift card deals going on at Target and various other retailers right now to save a little bit and then use that to go ahead and buy the games that you want to buy. Continuing on in the gaming category, monitors. Gaming monitors for the PC gamers out there. There's a lot of good deals right now, and I've picked three monitors that I can personally vouch for. The Dell S322 DGM, not the greatest model name, but is a solid 1440p monitor, 32 inches. It also comes in a smaller variant, 165 hertz, and it's currently $110 off right now at $240 at Best Buy, which I think is a nice mid-tier option if you want to upgrade to a 1440p monitor and get something that's above 144 hertz. If that $240 price point is a little too steep for you and you don't necessarily need 1440p, the Asus TUF monitor is a solid tried and true 1080p gaming monitor at 144 hertz and is currently $165 via Amazon. So more of a great budget or entry-level gaming monitor. Now, on the complete opposite end in spectrum, the monitor I have sitting in front of me right now is the LG Ultra Gear. This is originally retailing at like nearly $2,000. It's currently $700 off at $1,000. So it's definitely in the higher end, but if you're looking for like a crazy ultra-wide OLED gaming monitor, this is definitely one of the top tiers options out there. Now, to kind of round out the gaming category, of course, gamers on the PC side of things may be looking to upgrade your graphics cards. My recommendation, check out sites like Newegg right now. The 30 series and the 40 series have slight discounts, nothing crazy, but there are some bundle deals and some free games and stuff like that. So this is a category that's more subjective. It depends on your system and what you may need, but go ahead and browse there, see some cards that may interest you. Even with the 40 series out, you may get some advantage of checking out what the 30 series line has to offer, since that's still going to cover a lot of modern games. For my VR lovers out there, you can see I have two headsets sitting back there that I've been testing. That is the Meta Quest 2 and the Meta Quest 3. Both options that are great in the world of VR, especially if you're newer to the space. It's a little bit more of the entry-level price point, if you can say that, I guess. The Meta Quest 2 is $50 off right now, so you can get that, and that's still a solid VR headset. The Meta Quest 3, which is the latest edition that's been coming out, is still at $500. They do have a bundle where you get a free game. It is a pretty steep price point for the latest and greatest, but again, it is the latest model and has a lot of improvements from the newer lenses to the new improved pass-through and just improved specs overall. So if you are in the VR space or a VR enthusiast looking to get one of the newer headsets, then you can check that out as well. Lastly, for my retro gamers out there, checking out sites like Retroid or Droids, they have really great sales right now. I've personally picked up some Retroid handhelds from the retro handhelds from them in the past, and would highly recommend checking out their site because they have a lot of discounts. So if you're into that kind of like emulations and Android handhelds, definitely check out both of those websites. And then for the fans of arcade machines and more affordable kind of arcade cabinets, Arcade 1UP has a sale going on across multiple manufacturers right now, Amazon, Best Buy, where you can get up to like even in some cases $200, $300 off of an arcade cabinet via Arcade 1UP. All right, that leads me into the next section and category, smart home lovers. If you know me, you know I love my smart home. Alexa, turn on office lights. As you can see, the office, the studio is all hooked up with smart lights and all sorts of fun sensors. There's a couple of products here that I would recommend that are on sale right now. First up, the smart lock category. I've tested a couple recently, but the Aqara U100 is definitely my top tier smart lock recommendation. And just in general, Aqara ecosystem and products, from their sensors and whatnot, highly, highly recommend. But their U100 definitely takes the show. It's currently 42% off on Amazon, and even at its full price point, it would still be the smart lock I recommend. It has a fingerprint reader, it has a number pad, it has a backup physical key, it has Apple Home Key integration, it works with Amazon A and Google Home, and again, it just covers a lot of bases while being a sleek and easy to install smart lock. Easy to recommend, especially at its 42% off price point right now. Now, for people who want something that's a little bit different, maybe you don't want an external or can change your external locks, I have tested the Level Lock by Level. These are sold in Apple stores. These are a little bit pricier. They are about $40 off right now. And my recommendation is skip the Level Lock Plus. And if you're just looking for a smart lock where you want to change and convert your initial kind of lock mechanism that you have right now, then the normal level lock, it's kind of known as the invisible lock because you only change your internal components of your lock, I would recommend at that point. And it has Apple Home Key integration as well, so it integrates very well if you're an iPhone or iOS user. Smart lighting, like I just talked about. I personally am a Philips Hue user. I know it's more of an expensive ecosystem and not everybody out there is going to want to invest in it, but they are kind of the de facto smart home things to get, smart lighting, because it makes things a little bit more convenient and easier, and it's a great way to kind of dive into the whole smart home ecosystem. The base Philips Hue bulb right now is 42% off, so definitely worth checking out if you want to kind of dip your toes in that water. But there's other really, really competitive brands, and over the years, smart lighting has definitely come down in pricing, and there's a lot of great alternatives from Govee is a big brand, LifeX, Nanoleaf, so you can easily go around and shop around if Philips Hue isn't for you in terms of price point or just ecosystem. Now, of course, to start a smart home, you probably need some sort of smart home controller or voice assistant, and there is huge savings right now in the two major manufacturers in the smart home space. So Amazon's Echo range of products is about 50% off, so it's a very easy way to kind of get into the whole controller or smart home system. Or maybe you're just looking to upgrade or add additional kind of voice assistants throughout your house or apartment. Google's Home or Nest Hubs are also about $50 off right now, so you can also check those out if you are more on the Google or Android side of things. And then Apple has their HomePods, but truthfully, there's no major sales on those right now. And out of the three is probably the less baked voice assistant, in my opinion. So proceed with caution there. Lastly, to round up the smart home category, smart plugs, another really easy way to kind of get into the smart home ecosystem. And it's just simple as taking something like a lamp or some product that you own that you want to be able to remotely turn on and off. Govee has a 4-pack of smart plugs right now for $30. So that's a huge, huge deal. I personally like the Amazon smart plugs because I'm in that Amazon ecosystem, but those are about $20 per plug. So this Govee smart plug right now is a really solid package and deal. Smart speakers. I have recommended these time and time again, but at the end of the day, Sonos still reigns king for me in terms of smart speakers. Easy wireless audio, easy to pair, easy to grow and scale your Sonos products down the way. I would recommend if you're starting out in the Sonos ecosystem, get something like the Sonos Era 100 or the Sonos One. It's a really simple way to get in. You get a voice assistant, you get a smart speaker, and you can kind of grow from there. You can pair them in stereo, you can make them surround speakers for your surround setup, so on and so forth. And they have up to 20% off right now on their website. All right, and last but not least is the general tech category. This is just kind of a smattering of tech products that I wanted to recommend across different categories, starting with TVs. Right now, and for the last couple of years, in terms of the best TV out there right now, what I usually recommend to friends, what I've continued to recommend this year, is the LG C-Series. Now, these are OLED TVs. If you don't know, OLEDs are panels that are known for their better contrast and just truly like vivid colors due to the OLED panel and how it individually lights those pixels, and known for those true blacks because it quite literally does not illuminate a pixel for black. So it's like that true black coloring, and that leads to just these really, really vivid images. It's my favorite panel. I use it on my monitor. I use it on my TVs. I have 4 LG TVs in this household. So I really stand by the C-Series. I think it's the best bang for buck in terms of value. And there's a couple sales going on right now. You can get the LG C3, the latest in the lineup, 55-inch for about $1,500 at retailers like Best Buy right now. And then you can get the 42-inch model at just under $1,000. So depending if you're putting this like in a dorm room or your bedroom or a living room, you can kind of get the size that's going to best fit your space at some decent savings right now. Now, I understand these TVs are $1,000 plus. OLEDs are obviously a little bit more expensive. They're still kind of getting into the mainstream as of these last couple of years. And I personally just recommend them in terms of the best panels out there right now. You don't have to worry too much about things like burn-in and stuff like that. Nowadays, they have a lot of great technology to prevent that. But I understand if you want to shop lower in the price range, I would recommend brands like TCL. Their Q5 or Q7 series range from $250 to $500 right now with the sales going on via retailers like Best Buy, Target, etc. And then Hisense. Hisense makes some really affordable, great budget TVs. The U8 in particular comes in at just under $1,000. They're around $800 to $900 right now. And that's a highly recommended TV, 4K, all that fun stuff. So you can get 4K at more affordable ranges. I just think at the top of the line, if you're really wanting to invest in a TV, go with an OLED panel. In that case, I would recommend LG all the way. Now, AirPods Pro. These are just the tried and true headphones for me and headphones for a lot of Apple or iOS users. And again, I can't recommend them enough if you haven't tried them out. They're 24% off right now for the latest edition, second generation with the USB-C case. So for the Apple users out there, highly, highly recommend the AirPods Pro. For other fitness and wearables in terms of that category, a couple products I can speak on. The Apple Watch, again, for the Apple ecosystem users out there who just want something that is tied directly in. It's pretty simple. You should go with the Apple Watch. There's some decent sales going on across Amazon right now if you want to get into that. If you buy directly via Apple right now, they don't have sales per se. You just get gift cards if you spend over a certain amount. But Apple Watch is pretty much the go-to if you want some sort of tracker and you're an iPhone user. Otherwise, I would recommend if you're maybe an Android user or somebody who doesn't really want to get the Apple Watch or prefers wearing watches, or if you're somebody like myself who likes to wear analog watches now and again, so you don't always wear your Apple Watch, the Oura Ring, which I'm wearing right now. This is the previous generation, but the Oura Ring is a fitness and sleep tracker that you quite literally wear on your finger, and it's a little bit more inconspicuous. Obviously, it doesn't have a screen. It's much more portable and out of the way, and I rely on this heavily for like sleep tracking and just daily statistics about my health, and it's an easy wear. It's something I keep on all the time, has really, really long battery life. The latest edition, they do have a sale right now for $30 off and some deals with their subscription model. That's the thing. There is a subscription model behind the latest generation, which may scare some people off, which is understandable. But if you want something other than a wearable watch, then I think the Oura Ring is something I can highly recommend. Lastly, the Whoop Band for those who are kind of in the middle. You don't want to wear a watch. You don't want to wear a ring. Maybe you have a watch that you already wear. Then the Whoop Band is another fitness tracker that you can kind of strap on and have on your arm or use when you're working out, so on and so forth. That's going for $200 right now, and it has some deals regarding their subscription model as well. Now for the category of storage, I recently picked some up myself. Storage is getting cheaper and cheaper. Drives are getting cheaper. I picked up this WD Blue 500 gigabyte NVMe for $15 at my local central computer store here. So I just picked this up for a Raspberry Pi for $15. That's crazy for 500 gigs. But there's a bunch of other deals right now. There's a Lexmark 4 terabyte NVMe drive going for $180, I believe, right now on Amazon. So I'll link to that. The Samsung 980 Pro, which is a standard, very well-known NVMe, is going for $80 for a terabyte. So again, there's a lot of great options for people who may be looking to expand your PC storage, or maybe you want some external drives, or just storage for backup drives and NASs, whatever it may be. Hard drive storage, especially flash and NVMe drives, have only gotten cheaper. Next up, chargers. For all this tech that you're going to be buying, you're going to want to keep your devices charged, and whether it's you're traveling or on the go, you just want some updated new chargers for your products. I would personally recommend the brand Ugreen right now. They're very well known, alongside Anker is another big brand out there. Both reputable brands. This is not sponsored, even though I know a lot of those companies are sponsoring YouTubers right now. But the Ugreen chargers are very well known right now, and they have up to 50% off on their website. These are the nickel gallium chargers, and these are like fast charging PD ports, but efficient at the same time. So a lot of their chargers will do things like intelligent power distribution if you're charging multiple devices. They have things like overheat protection in some of these, and just really cool tech behind something as simple as a charger to make your charging more efficient so you get the fastest charge, as well as making sure that it's doing it safely and efficiently for your devices. So these all come in at very affordable price points, and they have a variety of different models and portable models that you can get. So Ugreen, their Nexode line of chargers, highly, highly recommend. And Anker is another brand that you can never go wrong with as well. Now, to wrap up some of the general tech categories, the world of audio. I know I talked about the AirPods Pro earlier, but I forgot to mention a couple other headphones that I would highly recommend. The Sony series, whether it's the XM4s or the XM5s, have decent discounts on under like $200 right now on Amazon. Personally, I think the XM4s are still solid over-the-ear headphones for traveling and whatnot. XM5s are more expensive. They're newer, but they don't offer enough in terms of features to me to get that in terms of being full price. On the equivalent side, of course, there's the Bose QC45s. Also deals on those going from $200 to $250, so you can check those out. And then I know there's the Apple ecosystem with the AirPods Max, which I do own, but personally would not recommend those right now in terms of their price point. There's no major deals or sales on those, and they're probably going to be upgrading those in the year to come. So skip that if you can right now. Keyboard fans, for the mechanical keyboard fans out there, or those who want to get into the space, Keychron, one of my favorite brands in the mechanical space. Even though they're not, quote unquote, the best out there, there's definitely a whole rabbit hole of keyboards you can go into when it comes to mechanical keyboards. I think Keychron offers really great affordable products, and products that you can kind of greatly get into and scale with. They offer hot swappable keyboards. They are very moddable, and they're just a really great entry point under $200 to get started with your first mechanical keyboard. They have up to 30% off on their keyboards right now, so definitely check out Keychron's website. For people who want more of selection and different products out there, KBD Fans, a very popular site in the mechanical keyboard space, has some sales going on as well. Last but not least, let's show some love to the physical media fans out there. If you want to buy some new Blu-rays, some new 4Ks for your fancy new TV, or to play on, I don't know, your next-gen console, Best Buy has some really, really big sales on 4K media right now for as low as like $5 for certain DVDs to up to like $20 for really, modern titles. So if you're somebody who wants to get physical media and not be beholden to like streaming services and losing content, then check out Best Buy because they're closing up a lot of their inventory right now because they're moving more to digital sales and online sales. So you can get some really, really good deals in store or online right now. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the deals of the day that I wanted to mention. I know it's a lot to cover, so I'm hoping you can kind of jump around based on your interest on the categories that may be pertinent to you. But again, I'm speaking for a lot of products that I've tried, have used in the past, or have, reviewed here on this channel. At the end of the day, sales are sales. You don't need to go out and buy it just because they're on sale. But if you're already in the market or looking to pick something up for yourself or a gift for somebody else, then might as well save a couple bucks on it in the process. As always, leave your favorites down below in terms of things that you're looking for this Black Friday/holiday season. Post some deals that you found yourself that you may think may be useful for others. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.